The year is 1798. President John Adams has signed the Alien and Sedition Acts, which makes it illegal for anyone to criticize the government. President Adams reluctantly signed these acts in order to protect a very delicate peace treaty with France, which the people of the United States were against. Many spoke out against the treaty and criticized the president, endangering the treaty. The Alien and Sedition Acts gave the government the power to imprison anyone who they suspected of treason, even without evidence. The problem with the Alien and Sedition Acts, however, is that it violated the freedom of speech and violated the writ of habeas corpus in the Constitution, which guarantees every citizen due process of law and a proper trial. That means that the Alien and Sedition Acts were actually unconstitutional.
This example shows the necessity for a Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution. The Anti-Federalists refused to ratify the Constitution until essential individual liberties were protected from a potential abusive central government.
From the very beginning, the Founding Fathers wrote the Constitution in such a way as to limit the power of central government and protect the rights of citizens. With vivid memories of the abuses of King George III in mind, they had a distrust of strong central government, and as a result, feared an abuse of power that could again take away their natural rights, as the King and Parliament did before the Revolution.
Let's look at the rights protected by each amendment of the Bill of Rights. The First Amendment gives us freedom of and from religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom to peacefully assemble.
The Second Amendment guarantees citizens the right to bear arms in order to maintain a well-armed militia. The Third Amendment guarantees citizens the right from quartering of troops. At no time can the U.S. government house troops in your home without your permission.
The Fourth Amendment protects citizens from illegal search and seizure. At no time can the government come into your home or search your body for your possessions.
The only way that this is allowed is if the government has probable cause that you've committed a crime.
The Fifth Amendment guarantees citizens due process and private property. Due process guarantees citizens a fair legal procedure.
The Sixth Amendment guarantees trial by jury. You, as a citizen of the United States, are guaranteed to have a trial heard by a jury of your peers. The Seventh Amendment guarantees the same right in a civil trial, which is different from a criminal trial. Civil trials are usually trials brought against you by another citizen for monetary damages.
The Eighth Amendment protects you from cruel and unusual punishment. The Eighth Amendment essentially guarantees the punishment must fit the crime. The government cannot excessively punish you for the crime that you may have committed. The Ninth Amendment, non-enumerated powers. Essentially, the government cannot write down every protection needed in the Constitution. Just because a law is not written does not mean that you're not protected.
And finally, the 10th Amendment of the Constitution and the last amendment of the Bill of Rights. It's called the Reserved Powers Clause. Essentially, any powers not expressly granted to the federal government in the Constitution are reserved for the states and the people. If the states and the people deem it necessary to grant these powers to the federal government, they can. Otherwise, the people and the states alone can use them.
The 10th Amendment creates the idea of federalism, which separates our national and our state governments.